Give everybody a chance. Wow. Yeah. 3, 2, 1, and go. Wait, let me make sure we're kicking in. It's Friday. It's March 12th, 2021. And it's the greatest day in the history of trading. And it's almost not an exaggeration. Today was one of the most extraordinary days we've had because the market seems to be a little bit in flux, right? Some people got beat up. Some people might have got annihilated. Some people might have blown their accounts up. But staying disciplined. What's up, D? Staying disciplined. Meat Cranium, you okay? Is everything all right? Meathead? You want to talk to me? I got 15 minutes after I get done. I'm just going to say what's up. Before everybody starts showing up, I just want to say have a great weekend. I'm going to tell you something. I've been doing this my whole life. It was in 2012, 2013 where I almost blew my account up. Or I did. I mean, didn't blow. I almost blew my life up. Anything I had done right from 2007 to 2012, I almost lost it in a week because I was bent on trying to outsmart the market by shorting. Government had taken over the market in 08, no doubt about it. And I tried to fight the Fed. I tried to fight the government, and I was winning for about a day. And then it went horribly wrong, and ego, shock, denial, and that deer in the headlights took over, and it got ugly, and it could have been the end of it all. The videos would have been over, career would have been over, website would have been closed. And I learned a lot from that moment. I learned that I really don't know. And in that moment, I also started really embracing the VWAP trade. And the VWAP trade it instills the discipline that you need. So discipline, everybody talks about it, how it's important, and you think it's a cliche. It's not a cliche. The trades that ruin you are the ones where you're in, it's going wrong, you know that you should get out, but you don't want to get out because you don't want to admit you're wrong, first of all. And then most of all, you don't want to lose money, and you start to hope and pray. And most of the time, and then it gets worse. And then you're forced to make that decision. And then a lot of times it gets better right after you get out. And you're like twice as angry. You should have got out a lot sooner. You could have saved yourself a lot of money. You made it a lot worse. And then it starts to get better after you're done. And then you're in a really bad way because now you don't want to get back into whatever that trade is because you don't want to get hurt again. Emotions get involved. Money gets involved. And or you've just blown up and you can't get involved because you're out of money. So VWAP, I hate using the Trump word, but VWAP trumps it all. VWAP's telling you, buddy, you're right. Or, buddy, wake up, you're wrong. Do something about it. So if you submit, and again, I bring it back to the AA meetings and the Gamblers Anonymous and drug addiction, hit your bottom, accept that you're powerless to the VWAP, and it really does open your eyes to a whole nother attitude towards trading. And then you have a day like today. One of the best trading days, and I am not talking about monetarily. My best trading days were 99. The days of me making 120 grand in a morning, they're not going to happen because I don't take that enough. I don't take enough size. I don't take enough risk. I don't have that many positions. Stocks are not moving in, well, they are moving in monster increments again. But I'm not that guy anymore. But when you could go 11 for 11, just focusing on what works, getting in, getting out with discipline. And again, today was one of those unique days where nothing went wrong. Not a trade went wrong because the entries were so awesome. Trading the reversion, the earnings reversals, the momentum stocks, the half number and the whole numbers, and just coming in with a set agenda, knowing what you're doing. ULTA, what happens in the pre-market and the aftermarket often gets mimicked in the next day's session. So we waited for it to get to 307, and then we're a buyer at 307. And even if you didn't buy it at 307, you bought the earnings report when it breaks the VWAP. The trade continues to work at an alarming rate. But then the extravaganza that this is this market, the market refuses to go down. Now, it could go down, and we've seen it go down, but because it generally refuses to go down, you have that notion. Again, this is how trading is really working for me. Have an idea and let it be validated by the VWAP. So I came in, market was down. My default is I am not going to be shorting because the market's down already. That trade is over. So now my only default is to look for buys. Does that mean I'm going to buy? No, but my attitude now is I have to buy because we're gap down. So now let's look for those VWAP breaks. Lo and behold, RIDE. It's gapping down because of some analyst that was talking badly about it. Next thing you know, it catches a bid. We like half number breaks. We like whole number breaks. We're buying RIDE. RIDE starts to move up. We make some money. Here comes the GME that refuses to die, the GameStop. So what goes along with GME? AMC. Are we buying AMC blindly because of GME? No, but then AMC's breaking over the VWAP, breaking over a whole number. We know that options expiration influences the stock at 10, at 10.50, at 11. We're buying AMC, and we're buying a lot of it because it's cheap, and we do really well on AMC. And then we start to see the entire market start to catch a bid. But more importantly, another stock that we've been focusing on, EBON. We were loving it yesterday, and it rallied into the aftermarket, also showing you that you don't have to hold overnights because this stock, EBON, made a really nice move in the aftermarket. And we were like, yeah, let's go, EBON. But if you bought it in the aftermarket, what did you wake up to? You woke up to the stock down $1 from where you might have bought it in the aftermarket. But then the miracle breaks back over the VWAP, breaks back over the multi-day, and then it goes green. And we're buying this stock at $7.15. Sorry, $7.50 and $7.69. And this thing goes to $11. So we had ULTA, the earnings report. You had EBON, and then as EBON starts to rally, that's one of those Bitcoin mining stocks. So then if one of them is getting triggered, what do? You go look at the other ones. Here comes SOS. SOS, again, you have an idea. Let your idea be validated by the VWAP, and bang, we're in SOS at 643, 648, and then it goes green at 654, and it gets to a beautiful whole number 7, and you're talking about a 5.5% move right there. 50 cents on a $6 stock, you can make a living off that. And then the day kept happening. Next thing you know we love Tiger. We own the stock. Breaks over the VWAP, breaking a whole number, very significant on options expiration, these whole number breaks. Bang, Tiger goes green. And then we start saying, hey, wait a second. If EBON's working and SOS is working, what are we going to go after? Let's go after Riot. Boom, VWAP break on Riot. Let's go after Mara. Bang, Mara's going green. Let's go after BTBT. Boom, BT breaks. And then as a little side piece, a little side action, we know Kodak has been joining in the fun. Kodak, you got to do some due diligence on them. This is not the old Kodak film company. There's a lot of things going on with Kodak, but more importantly, when a stock refuses to die, it must be a buy. It doesn't want to go away. It doesn't want to die. It's probably a buy. And here comes Kodak, breaking VWAP, going green. You're a buyer. You sell into that move. You got paid. So considering all we're trying to do, and I'm not even talking about the QQQ and the market ripping right now because the Qs were gapped down, they broke VWAP, and now they're breaking highs of the day. And if you learn how to trade these ideas with options, you're talking about 2, 3, 4, 5 times your money. But we won't even get into that. Let's just talk about finding the idea, knowing why it's a good idea, and partaking in that idea and making a day's pay. And then you got CCIV, and then you got XPEV. So why this is an amazing day, it's because every trade worked. Every single one. Using the same setup and just knowing where to go, which stocks are related to which stocks, and just going with the flow, not trading over your head, not getting too aggressive, being comfortable with what you're doing, using what we believe and what we've proven that works. This is how you make a living. And again, this day for me was over 4 or 5 times. Because if you're coming in just to try to make a day's pay, we're not investors, we're not swing traders, we're not hedge fund managers. We're looking for action on the day to make a day's pay. And now we've made 20 days pay. Again, days pay is relative. I like to break it down in that $250, $300, $400 range. If you could just do, and again, if you could do $250, which is it's pretty easy to do once you get to know what you're doing. Let's call it $300 a day. At $300 a day, you're making about 72 grand a year. And remember, you got to put that in perspective. You're your own boss. You're not leaving the house. You don't have to pay for lunch. You don't have to go out. You don't have a boss. You are the boss. You don't have to shower. You don't have to get dressed. You don't have to do anything. And look what time it is. It's only 12:36 in the afternoon right now. And you've made more money than most people that have real jobs. I guess you consider this a job. My mom doesn't consider it a job. You could make now more money than people with real jobs who have to be a slave to what they're doing. We're in control here. You have to factor that in. So if you can be disciplined enough and make yourself 60 grand, and that's being conservative, 60, 65 grand, remember, you're going to have your losing days. You're going to have days when you're not here. But generally, you trade about 220 days a year. 220 days a year. And if you're doing your 250, 300, let's call it 65,000 on a $10,000 account. Because you could get this going. Again, I trade small stocks. So even with 10 grand in a little leveraged account, again, you'd have to pay for commissions and all that. Factor it all in. Factor the amount of time that you're putting in. There's nothing better than this. There's nothing better than this. And there are days, of course, you see my videos, you're going to be frustrated. One of my worst trades are the ones that I hold on to. Getting frustrated about space, chasing it because I'm mad that I just got out of it, shorting it because I think I'm gonna show that stock who's boss, right? And I got punished big time on that space trade. But now I've left it alone. The stock owns me. I'm not going near the space anymore. I'm just focusing on this trade that works. And today we had, again, I did 7 of them, and that's a lot of trades. There was about 30 or 40 that showed up, and every single one of them worked. That's amazing. It's amazing. So again, I'm not Again, if you're just watching these videos now, I'm not selling you anything. I'm inviting you to see this stuff work. You're going to want to know more when you see it work. My business model is flawless. I am not Wall Street. I am not sitting here, pay me, and I hope everything works out. Let me show you for a couple of weeks what it looks like, what me and my friends are doing. And if you want to hang out with us for the next month, 6 months, 2 years, or now we're calling it the extravaganza package, it's a learning experience. You're not going to learn this by reading a book or paying $600 at a day trading seminar so somebody could teach you how to trade in 6 hours. Never going to happen. It's a process. And we've got something that basically dumbs it down because we only have 3 lines on the chart. And it's a process. It's a process, and that process takes time because remember, you have to overcome your fear, your ego, what you think you know. Overcoming what you think you know is difficult. That was my problem. I thought I knew. And the market proved to me that I don't know. Because I tell you, some of these stocks that are moving and going up, normally I'd be a shorter and getting my ass kicked. My former self would be getting crushed because last week when we sold off, I would be normally looking to push my bet and I would have got killed again. Very difficult market to stay short, but the best way to solve that problem, I don't own, I'm not holding, I come in each day, I put the computer on, give me some of those VWAP trades, baby. Hey, there's one. Let me do it. Oh, look, another one. Let me do it. It's like fishing. Oh, there's another. Oh, yeah. Oh, wait. Fish finder's going off. Let me throw that over there. Oh. Oh, yeah, there's another one. Oh, no, another one. Guys, it's a day like this. And again, normally on a day like this, I'd be angry. Because on a day like this, in my former self, I'd be up 50 grand minimum today. And again, I joke about this fantasy assistant trader that I have, Fazoon. I'm legitimately looking for a Fazoon. One more time. I believe 0 for 9. So maybe the 10th Fazoon will be the Fazoon of my dreams. Because today, I needed a Fazoon. Because while I'm trading SOS, EBON, and AMC, Fazoon could have been trading the Tiger, the CCIV, the QQQ, GEVO. There was a lot to choose from. And you know what? It's hard to kiss all the girls, but if my trusted assistant was by my side or in cyberspace, completely focused on this trade, this would have been a glorious day. And normally I'd get pissed off. And again, I'm a little angry, but I can't be angry about making money. It's disrespectful to the market. I don't want to fuck with the stock gods. I'll be happy with what I got. I'm happy everybody else is following along. Everyone's having a pretty good day. And that's where I live. So meet Cranium. Let me go eat a bagel. Call me. I think you got the number. 917-521-4827. Call the office line. I'll put it back on. It's off right now. 917-521-4827. Operator standing by. I'm the only guy that works here. So 917-521-4827. I think that's my phone number. It'd be funny if it wasn't, right? Give me a call. I'm going to go eat breakfast. Have a great weekend. And give me 20 days like this. Nice and quiet, nice and casual, low risk day.
I like that word.
See you guys.
Yeah, I mean, I think humans just love doom and gloom, right?
I think that's my number. 917-521-4827. Operator standing by. And if you act now, you get a free Mark McGuire rookie card right on top of the pack.